surrendering to the personality of Godhead. That's the difference. The confusion of various choices and options arise in someone struggling with his mind and senses. Mind will give so many options based on our material desires. On the other hand, if we just surrender to Krishna, there's no, there's no need to ponder about anything, because, in one sense, what choices to make. We may use our mind and senses also in determining something, but deep down we know Krishna will show us the way. We are just doing whatever we are supposed to do. We are not anxious about the result or the choices we make. It could be anything. And that is how it is. It's like, just plunging into the space. You don't know where you land, but Krishna is there. That is the kind of surrender, is a leap of faith. Faith that Krishna is everywhere and he'll take care of me. And all I have to do is just be obedient to him. He will keep guiding me. So he's very peaceful and happy. On the other hand, because why the yogis and jnanis don't also surrender like that? If it's so easy, then it's because for them it's very difficult. Why? Because they are proud about their own achievements. That is there. Whatever they do, they have a little bit of ahankar that I did it. And because of that, they're not able to be obedient to Krishna in all ways, because Krishna may have another plan and it may be different from what their senses and mind are saying. So that is why the mind refuses to surrender to Krishna. That is why a bhakti yogi, on the other hand, for him, even the mind and senses may be contaminated in the beginning for a bhakti yogi, but he places more faith in Krishna's discretion. Even if the mind and senses are rebelling, no, I want something else. A bhakti yogi, because of his deeper faith and attachment to the Supreme Lord, cries to the Lord, please, my Lord, give me the strength to follow your instructions and not to my stupid mind and senses. That's how a bhakti yogi overcomes all kinds of trials, all kinds of temptations. Temptations will come to the bhakti yogi also, just like it comes for jnana yogi, dhyana yogi. So many temptations may come. But because of his deeper faith in the Supreme Lord and not so much faith in his own achievements or in his own power or strength or whatever talent, whereas the jnana yogi and dhyana yogi are a little proud about, see how wonderfully I'm doing yoga, how I'm progressing, the kundalini has started rising. They do everything mechanical way with the body and the mind. Why? Because still attached to the body and mind so much. And they feel, that's why they're not able to let go and just think of Krishna. But by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, Bhakti Yogi, because of associating with Krishna, our process itself is like that. Nothing much to do with the body and mind. And in fact, in the previous verse, Krishna is saying, although the physical body may be improved by various processes of yoga, an intelligent person who has dedicated his life to me does not place his faith in the prospect of perfecting his physical body through yoga. And in fact, he gives up such procedures. So he doesn't practice Ashtanga yoga. A devotee of the Lord keeps his body fit by eating nourishing Krishna prasadam, by maintaining a clean and regulated life, free from unnecessary anxiety, and by chanting and dancing before the deity of the Lord. When a devotee is sick, he accepts medical treatment by normal methods. But beyond this, there's no need to absorb one's mind in the physical body in the name of so-called yoga practice. Ultimately, one must accept the destiny that has been ordained by the Lord. So that is the difference completely in the the attitude is totally different, because there a lot of it is to control by yourself. So you try to avoid, I mean, you're controlling your body and mind. You're trying to make sure that it's fit. So a lot of time goes in, effort goes in that, and not so much. I mean, so that is why it's very delayed, because gradually you have to perfect everything with the body and slowly the mind, and finally you come to the soul platform. And just by being humble and understanding that Krishna is only everything, I'm only his servant, I cannot control anything, and we're satisfied, okay, we just do the normal things where what was required to be fit. Not that devotees should not take care of their bodies. You can do a little exercise, but not the way the Ashtanga yogis do. Even if you do some yoga, what a normal person for just ordinary health, that is okay. But an Ashtanga yogi, the kind of yoga he does to control the mind, that is like too much absorption in all the asanas and all that. That is I mean, Bhakti Yogi does not need to do. It's waste of time. And rather we can do chanting, more services for Krishna. Um, and Uddhava says that how actually there are a lot of impediments or obstacles on the path of a Dhyana Yogi and Jnana Yogi. Why? Because they are still in Maya. So definitely they will experience more obstacles. The more we give up, attachment to Maya, attachment to proving ourselves something. Why are we attached to the body? Because we want to something, enjoy something with ourselves separately from Krishna. There is complete enjoyment as a servant, but we want to enjoy separately from Krishna. We want a separate identity for ourselves. That's the material identity. Actually, our identity is only servant of Krishna, part and parcel of him. Why we are not satisfied with that identity? Because of this material, I mean, wanting to enjoy something separately from Krishna. And that's why we are attached to the mind. We want a separate identity for ourselves. We want some separate sense gratification. Senses are also gratified in Krishna consciousness, but in that we are subordinate to the Lord and subordinate to the Lord's wishes, the way He wants. Okay, Krishna, whatever you want, that way, it will be happy. But why do we resist that? Because I want to decide which way I want to be happy. But actually, even that, we are not actually deciding, because the material energy is creating all these thoughts and everything based on the modes we have got. We are fully controlled even in material energy, but it's just illusion, because we identify with the body. We think, I want to decide, I want to enjoy this particular way, and I'm afraid of that Krishna may not do that way. And that's why we try to do it ourselves. Same way, jnanis and yogis, they want certain achievements. They want to be known as a great yogi who's got great powers, or a jnani who's got so much knowledge and say vairagya, a little bit of the separate mentality, separatist mentality, and wanting to control things their way. That's where the gap happens. And so, because of that, they don't have that much shelter from Krishna. To the extent you surrender, that much shelter you get. You think, I myself will say, because I want in a particular way, and then Krishna may not give me like that. So I myself make arrangements. So you're in Maya's control, so there will be obstacles. Atata Ananda Dugam Padambujam Hamsashrayeran Aravinda Lochana Sukham Nu Vishveshwara Yoga Karma Bis Tvan Mayayami Vihatana Manina. Therefore, O lotus-eyed Lord of the universe, swan-like men happily take shelter of your lotus feet, the source of all transcendental ecstasy. But those who take pride in their accomplishments in yoga and karma fail to take shelter of you and are defeated by your illusory energy. Sri Uddhava emphasizes here that one can achieve spiritual perfection simply by taking shelter of the personality of Godhead. Those who do so are called Hamsa, the most discriminating among human beings, since they're able to locate the actual source of spiritual happiness, the Lord's lotus feet. The word yoga karma be indicates that those who are attracted to or proud of achievements in the fields of mystic yoga or ordinary material endeavor cannot appreciate the great advantage of obediently surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Generally, the yogis and fruitive workers are proud of their so called achievements and are more attracted to their own endeavor than to the Lord Himself. By humbly taking shelter of Lord Krishna, one can advance easily and quickly on the path of Krishna consciousness and go back home, back to Godhead. So, Kim Chitram Achyuta Tavaitad Ashesha Bandho Daseshva Ananya Sharaneshu Yad Atma Satvam Yoro Chayat Saha Mrigai Swayam Ishwaranam Srimad Kirita Tata Pidita Pada Pitaha. My dear infallible Lord, it's not very astonishing that you intimately approach your servants who have taken exclusive shelter of you. After all, during your appearance as Lord Ramachandra, even while great demigods like Brahma were vying to place the effulgent tips of their helmets upon the cushions where your lotus feet rested, you displayed special affection for monkeys such as Hanuman because they had taken exclusive shelter of you. This is what the very significant attribute of devotional service. The devotees of the Lord become completely successful by the Lord's causeless mercy. Sometimes Lord Krishna accepts a position of subservience to his great devotees, as with Nanda Maharaja, the gopis, Bali Maharaja, and others. For Bali Maharaja, he became a servant, guard. Imagine Bali Maharaja's surrender. Whatever Krishna does, he had absolute faith. Krishna could do anything with him. Throw him down in the universe, grab all his things, push him down, and still he was surrendered. That's really amazing. And so, Krishna felt so indebted to his surrender, he became a guard of his palace. So, and so that although demigods like Lord Brahma were standing in line to touch their helmets to the Lord's foot cushion, still Lord Ramachandra awarded his most intimate friendship to subhumans, such as the monkeys headed by Hanuman. Similarly, Lord Krishna's affection for the deer and cows, and even for the trees of Vrindavana, is well known. Further, the Lord gladly drove the chariot of Arjuna and acted as the messenger and faithful subordinate of King Yudhishthira. Such devotees have no need for the elaborate Jnana Yoga systems or the process for achieving mystic powers. All these devotees are represented here by Sri Uddhava, who frankly informs the Lord that the sophisticated systems of philosophical speculation and mystic yoga are not appealing for one who has developed a taste for direct loving service to the Lord. That is the big difference between the mood of devotees or bhakti yogis trying to practice pure devotional service and the mood that you find in a yoga ashram or, impulseless camp. Totally different mode because over there is this, you know, um, for achieving something to prove oneself that I'm very special. I've learned a lot, or that I've got mystic powers. So there will be naturally there'll be ahankar. Naturally, there will be showing off all this. on a very subtle level, but at least, you may not fully surrender to even the greatest of yogis. Um, that a little independence. Whereas, and so even Lord Brahma, for example, Brahma is very, very exalted. He's the best devotee in the universe, material universe. But he has a slight desire to a sense of achievement of having created this universe. And because of that, he has to really find, I mean, sometimes he's bewildered by his false ego. And he's saying that even great demigods like Brahma were vying to place the effulgent tips of their helmets upon the cushion where your Lord's lotus feet rested. So because when he went, I mean, Krishna had to check his pride. Not always, only, I mean, he's always very, very exalted, always meditating on the Lord Brahma. But because he still got slight sense of achievement through whatever he did, he, so he also gets sometimes bewildered. But on the other hand, Krishna himself seeks the company of his pure devotees. Ramachandra, I mean, so easily he was, befriending the monkeys, and especially monkeys headed by Hanuman. Hanuman, of course, he had free access all the time. He was there in the Ayodhya palace also when he went back. He was a very intimate part of Lord Ramachandra. So and of course, Hanuman was also supposed to be he's not an ordinary monkey, but I mean, he was not trying to show off. He was not, none of these pure devotees, they may be great scholars, like for example, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, because when they had to do service, the Lord empowered them and they did. Other times, their identity was always just servant of Krishna. They never advertised themselves, oh, you know what, I know so many languages and I've studied all the Shastras and whatever I have written is the best. None of those attitudes. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's expectation of devotees. No pride absolutely in anything other than being the servant of the servant of the servant of the gopis. That consciousness, then the Lord is so happy with such a devotee that he becomes a servant of that servant. And that happened, you could see his message in the pastime of Vallabhacharya. Vallabhacharya also loved Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very much, and he really appreciated his devotees and all that. But he had a slight pride about his scholarship, and that he was writing commentaries on the Bhagavatam, and he tried to say that he was better. He tried to criticize on Sridhara Swami, who is considered to be the Acharya, whose commentaries are like followed by others. Sridhar Swami, and then Bir Raghvacharya and Baldev Vidyabhushna. These are top class acharyas, and their commentaries are followed by others, and then he was trying to find some fault. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu corrected him also that you should not give you should not criticize and try to say that I mean, the way you write, if somebody is writing some literature in a very humble way, only to add whatever the other person has not said, like Krishnadas Kaviraj Prabhu, he writes only, he said this has already been elaborately explained by, what is his name? Who wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat. He's already covered. So, Vrindavan Das. Yeah, thank you. Vrindavan Das Thakura. So he just does the other thing. So that is the humble approach. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and on the other hand, when the first time Vallabhacharya goes to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then he sees Rupa and Sanatana and approaches, and Rupa and Sanatana, they just retract. They said, no, no, I'm not worthy of, or I think he paid obeisances or something, and then they just, you know, uh, went back and they were telling, we're not worthy of that and something. So their humility was, bewildering to Vallabhacharya. He had not seen such humility. And they are exalted beings, but they don't think of themselves like that. They just, whatever they can do is only because of service to Krishna, whatever Krishna wants. They are not planning that I'm going to sit all this, I will be doing all this, I want to do all this, nothing. It's like just being a hand of Krishna. That's all. Whatever, see, a hand is there. Whatever we desire, only the hand will do. Hand is not going to decide on its own what it wants to pick up. So when we become part of Krishna or his hand or whatever, that is the difference. That we are ready to be used by Krishna in whatever way he wants for his pleasure. Imagine how exalted that is. That is our true position. And because suppose the hand starts becoming proud, see, I can do so many things with my fingers, other parts of the body cannot do. I want to do this. Then what happens? It's pulling away from the proprietor of the body. So there will be problems. And so, like that. And such devotees who are fully surrendered to Krishna have no need for the elaborate jnana yoga systems or the process for achieving mystic yoga powers. They don't need, because they don't want to prove anything. Complete. Krishna is Yogeshwara. And they don't want to change things also. If Krishna wants something, let it be. I will simply go according to what he wants. Because they know Krishna is only controlling everything. So if I'm trying to resist and do something, I'm resisting Krishna. I'm going against his thing. But at the same time, we have to understand, when you are in the material body, we should try our best to protect our body. That is part of it. Or we are supposed to do according to our birth and duties. We function and we try to solve the problems also. But if in spite of that things don't happen, then we leave it to Krishna. Okay, you decide, Krishna, whatever you want. So that is the thing. It's not that we don't try. We try to do our best, but we leave it to Krishna. We can see Guru Maharaj, how much he tries. He is trying to protect his body, is trying to follow different medical procedures, all the different doctors' instructions, everything he follows properly every day. But he is surrendered to Krishna. Whatever the body, the pain, the suffering, everything, he leaves it to Krishna. All these, so such, and then all these devotees are represented here by Sri Uddhava, who frankly informs the Lord that the sophisticated system of philosophical speculation and mystic yoga are not appealing for one who has developed a taste for direct loving service to the Lord. And that is why Rupa and Sanatana, when they were there, and when Digvijayi came and he wanted to have a debate because he had conquered everybody. Now, finally, Rupa and Sanatana were there. So he wanted to conquer over them also. Then he can show everyone, see, I defeated Rupa's and I'm really the Digvijay. So Rupa, when he went there, Rupa Goswami said, no need to discuss only. You only are the winner. He said, okay, can you sign and tell me that, give it to me, that I'm the winner and that you lost to me? Rupa Goswami said, okay, no problem. And he wrote, he just signed. He thought waste of time. He didn't want to be known as the biggest scholar or, that he defeated the Digvijay. Nothing, no name, fame, nothing. And Sanatan Goswami also signed and gave away. Then that Digvijay, he went to Jiva Goswami. And he said, see, Rupa, your uncles have all signed. You also want to sign that you have lost to me? Then Jiva Goswami thought, not for himself. I mean, nobody is as great a scholar as Jiva Goswami. He wasn't thinking of himself, but he thought, what is this? Rupa and Sanatana, he'll go everywhere and tell like that, that he has defeated them. Then that's not good. So he had a debate with him and defeated him. And when Rupa Goswami came to know about this, he got very angry with Jiva Goswami. You are so cheap. You want all these achievements of, being a winner and the greatest. And why did you bother? I don't want to see you only. He got so angry with him, he refused to speak to him. And Jiva Goswami, poor thing, he was staying in a cave as penance to satisfy Rupa Goswami, because he thought that Jiva Goswami did a cheap thing, and that you go and fight. It's like, going, suppose a devotee went, let me have a beauty or something. Go. Then naturally all devotees will say, what is this? Why are you doing all these cheap things? We are trying to understand, we are not the body, we are the soul. And you want to go for a beauty contest and show you're the most beautiful. It's like that. So Rupa Goswami got very angry. And for 1 year, Jiva Goswami was living in the cave, just chanting, no food also over there. And he became very skinny and emaciated. And somehow, one day, Sanatan Goswami was passing by and he saw Jiva. What happened to you? And then he told him about Rupa Goswami. Then he went and told Rupa Goswami, you're very harsh to him. Call him back. And then this thing. So that is the mood of a pure devotee. Mhm. It's fine. तं त्वाखिलात्मदयितेश्वरम् आश्रितानां सर्वार्थदं स्वकृतविद् विसृजेत को नु को वा भजेत् किम् अपि विस्मृतये नुभूयै किं वा भवेन्न तव पादरजोजुषाम्ना. Who then could dare reject you, the very soul, the most dear object of worship and the supreme Lord of all? You who give all possible perfections to the devotees who take shelter of you, who could be so ungrateful, knowing the benefits you bestow? Who would reject you and accept something for the sake of material enjoyment, which simply leads to forgetfulness of you? And what lack is there for us who are engaged in the service of the dust of your lotus feet? Beautiful verse, and very, very inspiring for us. Purport. As stated in the Narayaniya of the Moksha Dharma in Sri Mahabharata, Yavai sadhana sampatti purushartha chatustaye taya vinatad apnoti naro narayanashraya. Whatever among the four goals of human life can be achieved by various spiritual practices is automatically achieved without such endeavors by the person who has taken shelter of Lord Narayana, the refuge of all persons. Thus, a Krishna conscious person knows that he will obtain all perfection of life simply by surrendering to the devotional service of Lord Krishna. This is the highest stage of yoga as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Right, that is the topmost. And he is saying this is our foolishness. Who then could dare reject you, the very soul, the most dear object of worship, and the supreme Lord of all? You who give all possible perfections to the devotees who take shelter of you. Who could be so ungrateful, knowing the benefits you bestow? How much Krishna is constantly giving us. Every moment we are dependent on Him. Whatever happens nice, it's only because of His mercy. He's maintaining us. We cannot have this body even for a moment without His mercy. Just because we wanted to enjoy something separate from Him, He is the one who's given us this body. Okay, enjoy. Whatever you wanted, He fulfills. And we are so ungrateful. We don't think it's all Lord's mercy. Materialistic people, they don't think. They think it's all, I don't know, they just think I'm they don't think of the Lord. Or whenever they want something, they'll go ask for it. Afterwards they'll think, no, it's all because of me. Who would reject you and accept something for the sake of material enjoyment, which simply leads to the forgetfulness of you? Right? We have to, sometimes we want sense gratification, which is not sanctioned by Krishna. We drop Krishna. Okay. Somebody says, hey, take this bribe. It's good for you. You'll become rich. Okay, all right. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to listen to Krishna. I'm going to listen to whatever I want. So, like that, for the sake of material enjoyment, we may do that, which simply leads to forgetfulness of Krishna. So, what is the use of that sense gratification? Sense gratification leads us to forget Krishna. And on the other hand, what lack is there for us who are engaged in the service of the dust of your lotus feet? We should not think we'll be deprived of everything. Oh, taking shelter of Krishna with nothing. Then what? How can I stay like that? He's saying there is no lack for us. Krishna, just that we have to leave it to Krishna's hands. You decide, Krishna, how I should be. You decide. And that is real happiness. That's the lack of faith or lack of knowledge, basically, that Krishna is the supreme person. He is a person. He is not an abstract thing or is not an imaginary thing, concept, but he's a person. And he can make us very happy. He decides. It's like children also. Children are very dependent on the parents for everything. I mean, very small children, babies, everything, they're dependent on the parents. And they're very happy because the parents are taking care very nicely. Child doesn't have to bother at all. So it's only when they are grown up and then they start, thinking, I'll only do, I don't need you, all these things. And then all problems happen. But that's why childhood is compared to a nice, I mean, ideal time, because a child is very, very happy. He knows that parents are there. And whatever, of course, are not all children are also disobedient babies that may be there. They're not ideal, but comparatively, you see the consciousness is whatever happens, mother, father, that is all. Mother, especially a baby, all the time it needs the mother, right? All the time. That is how a soul is for Krishna. Soul cannot exist without Krishna. He's saying, who then could dare reject you, the very soul, the most dear object of worship, and the supreme Lord of all? Just like a small child cannot live without the mother even for a moment. Mother disappears 1 minute, it starts crying. All the time it wants mother. That is how the Atma is for the Paramatma. And he is the one who is taking care in all ways, just like a mother takes care of the child all the time. 24 by 7, mother is taking care of the child. She's aware. Even the child goes to sleep, constantly watching how is the baby, everything is fine. Sometimes some insect might bite or whatever. Mother is all the time watchful. Even in her sleep, suddenly she will get up to see if the child is okay. So that is the type of care Paramatma is doing. 24 by 7, he is sitting in our hearts and watching over us. He's really like a mother taking care. And we should be like the baby. Paramatma is there, whatever. Only I want Paramatma all the time with me. He will take care, like the baby does. Only mother, mother, all the time, mother. 1 minute also without the mother, it'll start crying. And mother is taking care throughout. Baby doesn't have to worry. If he has, even it's hungry, mother herself sees, oh, is it hungry or not? Feed everything. Mother is taking care. Is she nice? The baby looked after properly, everything. Mother is doing, baby is just happy. Baby is attached to the mother. That is its duty. So we have to be attached to Krishna, glorifying him. And of course, baby doesn't do any work, but we have to, we can't be, okay, Krishna keep looking after me. And that is like a Ashtanga yogi. Paramatma, Paramatma, you don't need to do work also. I mean, that is Ashtanga yogi. It's not a Bhakti yogi. Ashtanga yogi, they don't do any service. They're just watching. Oh, how nice. Very nice. They're enjoying like a baby in the arms of the mother. Baby doesn't do any work. Simply it's there with the mother. But we have to grow up. No, we have to grow up and not be just a baby taking services from the mother. Child grows up and says, Mother, You did so much for me. Now it's my turn. I will take care of you. I will do whatever you want. So that is a grown-up child. So we should become grown-up sons or daughters of Krishna and say, Krishna, you have all the time you're all the time maintaining me, doing everything for me. Let me do. You tell me what you want, and I'm just your servant. Naivopayanti apachitim kavayastavesha brahmayushapi kritam riddha mudha smaranta yontar bahistanu britham ashubham vidunvan acharya chaitya vapusa swagatim vyanakti. O my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you, even if they're endowed with a prolonged lifetime of Brahma, for you appear in two features, externally as the Acharya and internally as the Super Soul, to deliver the embodied living being by directing him how to come to you. So that is what we should be so grateful to Krishna for. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, Lord Krishna is 10 million times more dear to a devotee than life itself. And according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, even by rendering devotional service for the total duration of 1000 universal creations, a devotee cannot repay the debt he feels to the Lord for having awarded him loving service to the Lord's lotus feet. The Lord appears within the heart as the super soul and externally both as the spiritual master and his literary incarnation, the supreme Vedic knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have done a lot of things. We have disobeyed Krishna. We have gone off on our own, did lot of sinful activities, enjoyment, sense enjoyment, pious activities also. But that is just pious is also material. And in forgetfulness of Krishna, done lot of sense enjoyments, abused Krishna, been atheist, everything we have done. We must have done in through so many lifetimes. And yet, Krishna is giving the opportunity to approach him by giving the spiritual master externally and from within in all lifetimes. He's been inspiring us. Why don't you surrender now? Why don't you think of doing, he is the one who's, whatever good actions a person performs, even pious activities or just ordinary acts of charity, everything is coming from Krishna. He is the one who directs somebody to do good activities. He is only a person who gives forgetfulness of him and makes him do stupid activity, I mean, sinful activities. So if he is going to act as a Chaitya Guru for us and gives us knowledge from within and inspire us, and also externally, he's given us externally also as the spiritual master, to get a bona fide spiritual master who can tell us what the Lord wants is the greatest gift, because we don't know. People are just going around not knowing anything. What's the purpose of life? Who's God? Who am I? What's my, you know, ultimate goal in life? They don't know at all. Imagine just wandering around like that. We'll do all stupid act. We just go according to whatever the senses take us, wherever it takes, whatever the mind says. And if for some fortunate people it happens that Krishna is now said, okay, let me give this mercy to this person and lift him up from this Maya, and gives all knowledge and all kinds of inspirations, how much we must be so grateful to him to engaging us in his service. If we, that is the who gets to serve the Lord? Nobody knows what is service to the Lord, only serving senses and the mind. And somehow, if he is giving us, if he, somebody who's woken up completely, imagine coming out of Maya, what a relief we feel. Oh my God, what an ass I was in that Maya. Okay, then we can never, never repay the debt he feels to the Lord for having awarded him loving service to the Lord's lotus feet instead of serving Maya. Suffering in Maya, scorching heat, punished, still not getting the brains to surrender to Krishna. And suddenly, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we are lifted out of that horrible situation and given instead wonderful life where we are glorifying Krishna and serving him. So then, how much grateful we should be. That is why it says, even all poets and all cannot express enough their gratitude fully. They cannot express their indebtedness to you, even if they endowed with a prolonged lifetime of Brahma. Because that's why Guru Maharaj also said, we can never, never repay a debt to the Guru. We can't. Because what has he done? It's not something that you can pay money and, okay, I gave Guru Dakshina, finished. Oh, he gave me Diksha, I gave Guru Dakshina, now business finished. It's not like that. We are indebted. Whatever services we do, preaching or anything, that is nothing. That is also coming because of his mercy only. So we are becoming more indebted. But the fact that we were rotting life after life after life, or zillion, I don't know how many years doing nonsense, complete forgetfulness in Maya. Only when we come out of Maya, we realize, oh my God, I was in Maya so many births, doing nonsense, thinking in every life, I am this body. I am this body, completely convinced and enjoying and suffering and total ignorance. And then somehow the Guru is the one, because he's picked us up, prayed on our behalf, told Krishna, please accept this soul. Why me? There's so many souls. Why me? That is some causeless mercy. And only mercy because Guru prayed, please accept this soul. It, I take responsibility. And otherwise, where would we be? Krishna will not even look at our face because we have rebelled against him. We have not done anything the way all so many lifetimes. So that is why we can never, never, never repay Guru or Krishna. And so we are completely indebted. And that is in a way good, because then we'll always be a servant. Otherwise, we may think, oh, now I finished. I repaid all my debts. Now I can be on my own. We'll never be on our own because that's not our nature. Our nature is to be completely dependent on Krishna's shelter all the time. Like a baby is so dependent on the mother, not just for physical things, not only when it's hungry, it's thinking of the mother. The baby wants the mother's company all the time. It feels very insecure without the mother, isn't it? Emotional attachment. So we have to be emotionally attached to the Lord. That for even a second, if you can't see Krishna, oh, must cry like a baby. That is what will keep us always fixed in ecstasy and complete confidence that everything is fine, all is well, right? In that Three Idiots, all is well, you say, all is well, and then everything will be well. So that all is well is because of thinking of Krishna. That they didn't say. They said, just be positive, say all is well, all is well. But how will it be all is well? On its own, you can't, all is may not be well. But by thinking of Krishna, all is well. So that is the most wonderful thing, Bhakti Yogi. That's why Bhakti Yoga is so wonderful, because you don't need to do any of these artificial things. Just we have to cultivate a heart and knowledge about Krishna so that our souls awaken and we are just glued to the lotus feet of Krishna. You do whatever you want, Krishna. I know if you decide what you recommend for me is the best. I'm not going to listen to my stupid mind, which will come up with all nonsensical thoughts. This is the way I want. I've suffered enough thing going by my mind. Now you decide I'm ready, even if there is pain on the way, that also must be good for me. Even if there's suffering, that also must be very good for me. You have decided. So I'll go by that. That is bhakti yoga, and that is intelligence. And that is what we have to be grateful to Krishna for picking us up and caring. Every moment, Krishna is personally taking care of his devotee, whereas for others who are not devotees, Maya takes care. You rascal, okay, take punishment or some rewards because you did some good. But here, even we have something according to the karma, Krishna decides how much of it to give his devotee. He might take away bad karma also, or he may give good karma much, much more than what we deserve also Krishna might give, because he decides. Now we leave it to him. No more I'm in charge of myself. Everything is Krishna. And just relax and be happy, live the life very happily, and then go back to Godhead for permanent happiness. And this is what we have to maybe read every day. This verse, we can put it up, this verse, any verse which you like, and then print it and put it and read every day. Oh, Krishna, you everything. Why? I mean, how can you, who then could dare reject you? Or any one of these verses. So wonderful. Okay. Thank you very much, Hari Krishna. Any questions or comments?
Beautiful class, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. The
Please
expression on your face when I'm seeing, when you're glorifying Krishna, it's really beautiful, Mataji. I'm enjoying the expressions on your face. Thank you, Mataji. Wonderful class.
Haribol, yes, wonderful verses. So nice, isn't it? Have you heard such verses even in the Bhagavatam? Such glorification of Krishna, isn't it? This conversation between Uddhava and Krishna. Krishna is also always telling, my dear Uddhava, my beloved Uddhava, oh, this one, that one, he's endearing him all the time. Even for Arjuna, he only says, oh, Savya Sachin, oh, this, something like that. Those for Uddhava, only endearments. And Uddhava is also very, very, so, so nice. The best, I think, of all the Bhagavatam.
Mataji, Bhagavatam is very nectarian. That when I read, I accepted it. But more than that, Chaitanya Charitamrita is more nectarian, Mataji. All the glories of Radha, Krishna, oh my God, it's so good, Mataji. Feeling like, reading all the time, whole day also. So good, Mataji, Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm enjoying that book. Please bless me, Mataji, so that, I can be in proper mood and try to understand.
Yes.
Hello. Mataji, Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandat Pranam.
Dandat Pranam, yes.
Mataji, yesterday some devotee was asking, Mataji, what is the destiny of devotees who doesn't accept Diksha from Guru and they keep practicing Bhakti Yoga? What is their destiny? Somebody was asking.
Who practices Bhakti Yoga but has not taken Diksha.
Any Diksha from Guru or accept any Guru, just they are following the principles of Bhakti Yoga. Or from Sampradaya, they are following everything, but they didn't accept Diksha from Guru.
Then they can't go back to Godhead. They might be born in a nice, this thing, because they did Bhakti Yoga. Next life, again, they'll get chance to take a Guru or something, but they will not go back to Godhead without Diksha.
Okay, till they get a Guru in some lifetime. From there, they will go back to Godhead.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Mataji, Hare Krishna. Please
Hare
accept.
Yes, please accept.
Same continuation of Radhika Mataji's question. Mataji, some devotees might take in this life initiation from the Guru, but they may not be going back. Okay. So next, if they next life also they have to take Diksha, or how, Mataji?
No. If they've once taken, a next life also, they have to again take Diksha, but maybe the same spiritual master will come there and give Diksha, or that same spiritual master is responsible. Maybe because sometimes, somebody, one devotee said that Guru Maharaj said, you were my disciple in a previous life. Like that also has happened. So that same Guru only will be responsible for us. Even
Up to
say
go
he has
back.
gone to the spiritual world, he will assign somebody. Now you take care of this thing. But he is responsible for us.
No. I'm asking, like physical Diksha, they will be taking Mataji every life, like up to go
Yes, you have to.
back. Okay, Mataji.
You can't say, maybe I took in my last life and not taken. You have to take every life.
Okay.
But of
Okay.
course, it's all Shastra also says technically
We need
that
living Guru. Living Guru.
no, that is there. No, technically it says that if you chant the holy name in a pure way, pure name, pure holy name, you can go back to Godhead. But really speaking, without a guru, we cannot chant pure holy name and all that, isn't it?
Yes.
That's why it is required. Though holy name is so powerful that if somebody without Diksha also, if he chants it purely, he can go back to Godhead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna
Radhika.
Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Ek minute. Yes, tell me.
Mataji, then there is no need of accepting a guru, Mataji, if they purely chant.
Who is able to purely chant without guru? That's what I'm saying. Technically, theoretically, it is like that. But really speaking, it's impossible. How we can do, how even with Diksha, double Diksha, everything we are struggling to chant. And then without Diksha, we'll chant pure name. That's very, very, I don't know whether there are any this thing in history like that. But it is there. Holy name is so powerful.
I think Mataji, they talk about Mirabai, no Mataji?
Mirabai had a guru.
Okay.
She had a guru.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Mataji has his guru is Ravidas, right? Mataji, Ravidas, Sant Ravidas.
Haridas,
Ravidas.
Kavidas or Ravidas?
Ravidas, Mataji, Sant Ravidas.
अच्छा, ओके. क्या है विनय?
माताजी, ये यमराज का भी डेथ होता है या फिर वो मतलब वो परमानेंट है? यमराज भी माया में आते हैं. यमराज.
वो भी पोजीशन है.
हाँ माताजी,
पोजीशन है. ये देवता लोगों का देवता लोग ना, वो सब पद है, पोस्ट है.
अच्छा, ये भी डेमागॉड्स में आते हैं.
अलग अलग लोग आएंगे उस पोस्ट के लिए.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. बोलिए. हरे कृष्ण माताजी,
महाराज बने तो उसके लिए आप पुण्य काम सब.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम. माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, आपका वॉइस ब्रेक हो रहा है.
नहीं, वही मैं बताई ना कि वो एक पोस्ट है, कोई भी बन सकते हैं.
ठीक है माताजी, वो साधन कुछ बोल रहे हैं.
माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम.
दंडवत प्रणाम.
Mataji, who was the guru of Surdas?
I don't know. Surdas. Anyone knows?
सूरदास माताजी, वो जो अंधे थे माताजी, अंधे थे वो.
He was blind, but still he was able to tell the color of the deity dress. Without. Who was his guru? He was born blind.
We have to look up his biography. Anybody can look up his biography, then we'll know. Who's that, sir?
Vallabhacharya.
I think Vallabhacharya was his guru.
Vallabhacharya.
Vallabhacharya Mataji.
Is it? Oh,
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
really?
Surdas is usually regarded as a disciple of Vallabhacharya.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Okay, thank you for that.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Namo Pranam Mataji.
Then with Pranam.
Mataji, actually, we have 4 sampradayas are there now. But for example, some people are Madhva Sampradaya, some people are Ramanuja Sampradaya. If they are not taking initiation, but they are born in the Madhva Sampradaya or Ramanuja Sampradaya. If they are taking initiation also, they can go back to Godhead, or they have to take, even though even the Sampradayas are there in Sampradaya.
They are just born in that sampradaya, na? Only by Diksha you get spiritual birth. What's the use of just material birth?
Okay. Means they have to, everybody has to take the Diksha.
Then only you get spiritually born.
Okay. And one more question, Mataji, from, for example, some devotees are calling for the, Bhakti Vriksha member, they're calling, but they are not, coming. Means that is only security. Only their security only they have to come. Otherwise, we have to do our practice. We have to call until they come. Right, Mataji?
No, we call, see, some people you call, see, suppose there are some people about 3 times you call, and if they don't come, then you put them in for festivals or, major events. We don't, I mean, you took their name because you met them in the program, right?
Yeah, yes, Mataji.
So they have some connection with us. So maybe if they're not coming for Bhakti Vriksha, you call them 3-4 times and still they don't come. Then you put them in the list for, put them in a separate WhatsApp group, keep sending messages and all, forwards and all that, or whatever. If you have, and put all festivals, the messages there, invitations for all your special programs, so that they keep seeing. And then so you also invite them, like for major festivals and all that, you can tell some people to call them. So maybe they'll come for the big festivals.
Okay,
And to
Mataji.
keep them engaged by sending all inspiring quotes and, forwards to them.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Hare
Krishna. Okay. Okay, so we go for prayers. We pray for His Holiness Japtak Swami's good health, well-being, longevity, and protection from all diseases. And we pray for his servants also for all protection from all diseases. We pray for all Prabhupada disciples, good health, well-being, longevity, and protection from all diseases. We pray for all our devotees and their families for their good health, well-being, longevity, protection from all diseases, and speedy recovery from existing illnesses. And we pray for rain for Karnataka, and we pray for all peace and harmony within all over India and also outside India, all over the world. And let us chant 3 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Then we pray for we pray for our center to be ready before Gaur Purnima, and we pray for and that we are able to preach nicely from that center. And we pray for Lingaraj Dham's expansion, and we pray for Srila Prabhupada Dhams also for their preaching and expansion. So let us chant 3 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
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 Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
And then we pray for who is that person? Sorry, Damodar Prabhu, you mentioned now, and Mataji.
I mentioned Mataji. It was
Yes.
Venkatamadhuri.
Oh, Srikant Prabhu. Yes. What is
Venkatamadhuri Mataji.
Venkatamadhuri, your partner, business partner. Venkatamadhuri Mataji for her speedy recovery, complete recovery, and good health. And we pray for Rasa Shekhar Prabhu's speedy recovery. We pray for Srinivas Prabhu's complete recovery and speedy recovery, and Radhika Mataji's complete and speedy recovery. And then we pray for Venkatpati Prabhu's good health and complete recovery, and also for Neeraja Mataji's speedy recovery and complete recovery. And we pray for Alikya Mataji to conceive a Krishna conscious and healthy child. And we pray for baby Radhesh's complete, progress, speedy progress in Krishna consciousness. We pray for Prasanna Riti Mataji's parents and brother for their good health, well-being, and Krishna conscious progress. Speedy Krishna conscious progress for Vrinda, Narayani, Uday Bhaskar Prabhu, Ditya, Devesh, Radhika, and Anant. And we pray for all the children to do well in their boards and other exams. And also,
Today is the last exam, Mataji, for Devesh.
Okay, maths exam.
Today, yes,
So
last
100 out
exam.
of 100. Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, we pray for good performance in maths. And then who else? Is he aiming for Centum?
No, Mataji, just he's happy with the exams writing, that's all. He want to get 90%.
Why 90 for maths? You should aim for 100.
No, not particularly for subjects, Mataji. He's all over. He was expecting 90.
No, for maths, today's exam, he should think I'll get 100.
Yes, Mataji, with your prayers, blessings, he got up today and I told just study. Then he said, no, Mama, I will not study. I don't have anything, but I will finish my rounds. So he sat and he finished his rounds, Mataji.
Oh, then he'll definitely get 100.
It's your mercy, Mataji.
Then we pray for Neelangani Mataji, Neelamadhu Prabhu, and Neeraj's good health, well-being, and Krishna conscious progress. And then Usha Sri Mataji's speedy recovery, and Agnajiti Mataji's husband to get back all his dues. And we pray for job for, good job for Srikant, Naveen, Srikant and his brother, and Rajesh, and who else? Balaji.
Hare Krishna, Balaji Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Balaji, and yeah. So for all these people, that they should get a good job very soon. And we pray for who is not well, Sarva Vandya Mataji's, Samyukta Mataji's speedy recovery, and Sarva Vandya Mataji's speedy recovery and good health, and also for Jahnavi, her daughter, and her mother for their speedy recovery and good health. And we pray for Rangavali Mataji's father, Vidya Swarupani Mataji's father, and Gauranga Guraj Prabhu's father-in-law, Krishna Mata Yashumati Mataji, Tarak Sankirtan Prabhu, his brother, Lalit Sharma, and Aunt Chandrakala Mataji's speedy recovery. And we pray for Divyashri Janava's all auspicious blessings on her and her brother and mother. And then we pray for Sakikalavati Mataji's speedy good health, and also all auspicious blessings on Neetu and Monu and Unni Krishnan, and also Radhikanath Prabhu and his wife Vrindavan. And we pray that Nalini Radhika Mataji should get a very nice devotee husband soon. And also Krishna conscious progress for her and the whole family, and also a father for his speedy recovery and good health. Then we pray for Krishna conscious progress of Vinod Prabhu and family, Tarak Sankirtan Prabhu and family, and Anukampa Mataji and family, Aditya Prabhu and family, Ravi Tej, Pranav, Kavya Mataji and family, Vaibha Mataji and family, Sukkar Prabhu and family, Vidya Swarupani Mataji's parents, Pratibha Mataji and family, Sini Mataji and family, Disha Mataji and family, Shilpa Mataji and family, Radhika Mataji and family, Radha Mataji and family, Preeti Purna Chitra Mataji and family, and Mansi Mataji and family, Pradeep and Anant and Abhishek for his good health as well as Krishna conscious progress. And we pray for jobs, nice jobs very soon for Kenny Prabhu, Jitendra Prabhu, Shobha Maya Mataji's husband, and for Pratibha Mataji and Jyoti Mataji, so that they get nice jobs in Bangalore itself. So let us chant 3 times for everyone.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam Mataji.
Dandavat Pranam, yes.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. Mataji,
Yeah.
actually, my daughter's also requesting for prayers for their exams, Mataji. So, which is going to start from tomorrow, Mataji.
Okay. Boards, huh? No, what exam? School?
Yeah, school exams, Mataji.
Okay. What are their names? Okay.
Hiteshri and Shaurya Sanvi, Mataji.
Riteshri.
Hiteshri.
Hiteshri and Shaurya?
Shaurya.
Okay. Hiteshri and Shaurya for their nice, to do well in their school exams. So let us chant 3 times for everyone. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam Granth Raj ki jai, Vanchakalatam ki jai.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, who's that? Hiteshri. Who's that?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. You're studying well?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, all the best. Which class are you in?
I'm in 4th, Mataji.
Okay.
And my sister is in 8th.
8th. Okay. Hiteshri and her name is what? Shaurya. Oh, Shaurya. Okay. Shaurya. Hare Krishna. All the best.
Mataji, or you can call me as Sanvi.
Sandvi. Okay. You have 2 names, huh? Hiteshri and Sandvi. Okay.
Yes,
Sandvi and Shaurya. Okay. Hiteshri, what it was given as a devotee name, huh?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Have a wonderful day.